Good afternoon, orchid lovers. So today we're going to repot these Paphiopedilums. As you can see, some of them look like they're really struggling. So I do want to take them out of their potting mix and see what the issue is, because they were growing quite well, but there seems to be some issue. I've got a little bit of rot and everything, and this one just needs a repot because we haven't potted it in a couple of years, and we've got a little bit of moss growing, and Paphiopedilums don't like all of that. So this one has recovered, but I just want to change the pots and stuff. So here we go. You can see this one. This is a Paphiopedilum concolor. You can see that the roots have actually remained in the pot when we were trying to take it out. So it's actually in quite a desperate situation. I have no good roots on it, so it's going to be a real tough rescue, this one. I should have noticed that something's wrong already. As you can see, the foliage has become smaller and smaller even though it's been growing. So that's a real sign that something's not right underneath. Even though it's growing, if the foliage keeps on getting smaller, there's something not quite right. This is what a root system should look like. Yeah, this is one which is doing really well. It's a Paphiopedilum curtisii, right? And this is what you want the root system to be like. As you can see, this is the root system for the other one. So with these two, with this one, I have this, and I also have this one. They're both going to go, and what I'm going to do is I'm not going to repot them because I actually need to initiate some root growth. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a whole load of sphagnum moss at the bottom, tie it to a stake, and then hopefully the humidity from the sphagnum moss will encourage it to send out some roots, and I'll be able to save it that way. Alternatively, you could do the sphagnum bag method as well. So here it is. It's the Paphiopedilum that I was talking about. So here's what I was saying. It's a clear pot with just sphagnum moss at the bottom, and what we've done is we've tied the plant to a stake, and it's kind of just above the sphagnum moss. If you can see, the roots are not touching the sphagnum moss. So as you can see, I'm hoping that this rhizome here will kind of encourage the roots to come down into this moist sphagnum moss. So it's not touching, so it shouldn't rot, but it should encourage, the humidity should encourage the roots to come down. And the other thing what I'm going to do is to increase the amount of humidity is put this pot in this ICU incubator of ours that we've created. It's basically a 20-liter water bottle that we've cut over here on one side and made a little flap. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to put it inside the incubator. So we're just going to do this. So we're just going to put it in there. So basically what this does is it creates a little micro greenhouse for the sick plants, and helps just keep it safe and keep it a little bit more humid and moist. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the two plants that I need to put in ICU like this, and I'm just going to put it under a shelf, not in direct sun or anything, just where there's a little bit of light, but not bright sun. Now what I've got underneath here is just bark that I had used in previous pots and just that is spent already, and sphagnum moss which I had used and just sterilized it and reusing it in this. So it's not new sphagnum moss and new bark that I'm using. It's literally all the stuff that's been used before, and it doesn't matter because this is, even if this sphagnum moss is spent, and acidic. It's not actually doing anything for the plant in terms of nutrients or nourishment. It's only just providing a moisture trapping properties so that it creates a humidity factor for the plant. So there's our makeshift greenhouse, our makeshift ICU. So there it is. It sits on the floor there in the middle of the greenhouse where there's not a lot of sun coming, but it's still warm, and it should be, whenever we're drenching the plants and stuff, the moisture will get into there through those holes and stuff. So we'll just keep on checking on it. So let me say that today is January 20th, and so we'll come back to this every couple of days or every couple of weeks just